South end of the field. As a sign of commitment to each of his teammates, the Stanley-Boyd Orioles would like to be introduced as a team. So here they are, your 2025 Stanley-Boyd Orioles. Turns it up.
You are looking live at Oriole Park here in beautiful Stanley, Wisconsin on the east side, as tonight Zaleski Sports brings you high school football. The Colby Hornets at the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Anderson here, providing play-by-play for you. And to my left on production, the maestro of the modulator, the vicar of video, Mr. Ben Brecht. He survived me as a student for 13 years. Good friend, good producer, good play-by-play as well. We hope you enjoy our broadcast this evening. Colby in the white jerseys with the green numbers and the gold pants and gold helmets. They will be on your left. The home team Orioles will be to your right. Orange tops, orange pants, black numbers, black stripes, white stripes, black helmets. Taking a look at last year's stats for both of these teams. First for Colby, they are now head coached by Logan Rosemeyer. They finished in 5th place in the CWC Large with 3-7 overall, 3-4 in the conference. They did make the playoffs last year and fell 40-6 to Northwestern in a level 1 playoff. Only one returning offensive player from last year's squad, and that's Chase Hegg, the running back. Otherwise, Tate Smith, their starting quarterback last year, graduated. Gavin Voss, leading rusher, graduated. Brody Viget and Hayden Kaiser, white leading receivers, graduated. Jacob Hoppy and Tate Smith and Brody Viget, leading defenders, all on the class of 2025. A new season to start. Stanley-Boyd will kick off to start things off here for 2025, and we are underway. And there's this Muff who's got it, a scrum, and the ball's going to belong to Stanley-Boyd. Brennan Geiger couldn't stick a fork in it. Then it bounced off Caden Kunze, and it ends up being Stanley-Boyd ball at the Colby 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Two seconds into the game, and we've already had a change of possession. 1st and 10 for Stanley-Boyd. Dembski, the quarterback, in shotgun. Motion by Hodowanik. And a run up the left side. Good run for Stanley-Boyd to start things off. Gunnar Gadel. Second down and 4 for Stanley-Boyd. Just underway here from Oriole Park in Stanley. Motion again by Hodowanik. Handoff up the middle again goes to Gadel. And Gadel will pick up a first down. First and 10 from the 30 of Colby. Dembski stays in shotgun. Handoff this time a counter. Not much on that run. Handoff goes to Aaron Sturm. And picks up a yard. Getting used to some new components here. If you're a producer, you know what I'm talking about. We always try to update things each season. Handoff on the left side. There he goes again. Gadel, a big run from the 29. He gets down to the 19. So a gain of 10. Brings up a first down, and they go quick. Under center now for Dembski. Full backfield. Handoff this time to Sturm, and he maybe gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So Ben's going to have his fingers flying to keep the downs and everything. Back to shotgun, up the middle run. Good run. Go to huddle. They usually go pretty quick. Most teams now go with those wristbands, and they just call out the numbers, and they look at the play, and they know what's going on. Motion from DeMars, and flag on the play. And offsides. So now you go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1. Stanley-Boyd lost their entire leaders in stats for quarterback, running backs, wide receivers, and defense. And they stuffed that play. Sturm lost. So you got a 4th down and 3 at the 13. Back to pass. Complete. And touchdown, Stanley-Boyd. And a touchdown for Stanley-Boyd. Extra point attempt coming up. Not barely even 3 minutes into the game. Actually, 3 minutes into the contest. Extra point attempt. Shotgun, pitch. Here goes Hodowanik, and Hodowanik doesn't get it. Well, that'll end that drive. with the Stanley-Boyd Orioles with 9 minutes left in the first quarter, leading 6-0. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you today by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Yeah, when you get to it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Stanley-Boyd and Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school football. The Chastine Hesley Insurance Agency is your full-service insurance-free quote. Chastine Hesley Insurance, downtown Pittsville and downtown Loyal. This time, Colby falls, gets both mitts on the ball and gets on the ground. Good field by Logan Kundinger. It'll be 1st and 10 for Colby. At their 57 here in the first quarter. It is already 6-0 in favor of the host Orioles. And a shotgun run by Luke Hanula gets maybe, I guess he got a yard, but not by much. Second and 9. Hanula hands it off. This time the running back is Haig, and Haig will pick up a couple. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. This time Hanula keeps it himself. He's close to a 1st down right at the logo. And he does get a 1st down. So he picked up 6, got a 1st down. Whether you're buying or selling, you can trust the Neilsville Next Home team of Julie Simic and Jake Ormond to guide you through the process. For commercial, residential, and land properties, Julie and Jake have the expertise you need. Call the Next Home professionals, Julie Simic and Jake Ormond in Neilsville today. Not much that time for Hanula. Second and 10 for Colby. Hanula takes it himself. Darts past a couple of tacklers, gets outside, good run, and finally brought down and run out of bounds by Carter Weldzine. And it's a 1st down. So he goes from the 47. That's 13 for 15 yards on the carry for a 1st down. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. That's Smith Brothers Meats in Colby. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturday, 8 to 4. 1st and 10 at the 37 of Stanley-Boyd. Good run this time by Haig. Haig takes it from the 38. They're going to spot him at the 27. So an 11-yard gain for Mr. Haig. Another 1st down. Ball clock continues to run. 6:35 left here in the first quarter. Opening weekend of high school football here in Wisconsin. Had some games last night on the network. Full slate this evening. Thank you for tuning in. Hanula, tipped pass. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 27. Both of these teams, rich history of success on the gridiron. They put Danny Nunez wide right. Handoff up the middle. Good run for that scat back, Hegg. And Hegg will take it up to the 24, so gain of 3. Much more of a passing offense for Stanley-Boyd. The Hornets tend to grind it out with running backs. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Hanula in the shotgun. Geiger alongside him. Hanula uses Geiger as a blocker, and they run him out of bounds at the 14, so gain of 10. Good drive here for Colby. The Orioles' first score set up by Muff on the opening kickoff. Couldn't put a fork in it, and Stanley-Boyd picked it up. Ran it in for a TD after about 8 plays. 1st and 10, Hanula off the left side, and not much that time. Good defensive tackle by Porter Gadel. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Clock continues to run. Full complement of timeouts for both teams. Sun setting in the west as we are facing the west. Whistle. Delay game. Now you've got 2nd down and 14. He come up to the line pretty brisk. Hanula, they snagged right out of there by Hegg. Hegg off the left side. Gains from the 18. They mark him down at the 15, so a gain of 3. So now 3rd down. Ball at the 15. They've got to get it down just inside the 5. So they got 3rd and 10. And we have a timeout. Colby will take one as well. You're watching High School Football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Back from the timeout. 3rd and 11 for Colby. They've got to get to the inside the 5. They're at the 15. Just call the timeout. All set up. Hanula alone in the backfield. Takes the snap from shotgun. Throws to his right. In and out of the hands of Brennan Geiger. Down. And they're going to go for it. Hanula gets the numbers from the coach. Comes into the huddle. They all check the wristband. Know what the play is. They'll come up to the line. They've already gotten 1 penalty for delay of the game. 3 wide right, 1 wide left, empty backfield, Hanula and shotgun. Pass to the right, incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So Stanley-Boyd will get the ball back at their own 15-yard line. Scoring play for Stanley-Boyd was 8 plays, 42 yards. Capped off by Dembski to Dusick. Touchdown. 4:18 left here in the first quarter, and it's 6-0. In favor of Stanley-Boyd. The sun breaking through the clouds now. 1st and 10. Dembski will come from the shotgun, look to his left, throw. He's got a chance. Yay! In and out of the hands of Braxton DeMars. Reese Rowell with a good defensive play. Created enough problems, made that pass go incomplete. For deer hits, small dings, and accidents of all kinds, take your vehicle to Frame Body Shop. They're ASE certified, offer free estimates, and they'll work with your insurance company. Take your vehicle to Frame's Body Shop, family and locally owned. Frame Body Shop, just off Highway 13 in Unity. Run up the middle. Give the ball to Hodowanik. Hodowanik picks up 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Orioles. 2 wide receivers to the left, to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Dembski. Back to pass. He throws. Same play. Tipped and incomplete. Good try for Hodowanik, but he had 3 defenders all around him, so there was nothing going to do there. So 4th and 8 at your own 17. And I think you're going to punt. Or are they going to go? No, they're going to go. Okay. Now they switch into punt formation. Dusick goes back. Good punt. Penalty flag flies. And the Colby young man, Danny Nunez, just says, stay away from it. Don't move anything yet, kids. False start on Stanley-Boyd. No, if you're Colby, do you take it and move him back now down to the 12 to punt again, or do you want to just take it where you got it? And I think they're going to take it. They're going to move him back 5 yards. For the false start. Dusick back to punt, the senior, number 10. He stands in his own end zone. Kicking now from the 17. Snap. Punt is away. High, good punt. Fair catch called for by Hanula at the 45 of Stanley-Boyd. So they'll start at the 45 of the Orioles. 3:23 left here in the first quarter for Colby. Felker Brothers of Marshfield, a leading manufacturer of stainless steel products, congratulates student athletes across central Wisconsin on your accomplishments both on and off the courts and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Haniel in shotgun, takes a snap, keeps it himself. Good run up the middle. He's going to gain about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Call the Dolman Insurance Agency today for home, auto, and business coverage from Partners Mutual Insurance Company. Dolman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. 2nd and 5 for Colby. Hanula keeps it himself. Geiger, the lead blocker. And Hanula is going to get a 1st down from the 40 down to the 33, so a gain of 7. 1st down for the Hornets. Ball at the 33 of Stanley-Boyd. Colby a little bit more deliberate in the huddle. Stanley-Boyd a much more faster-paced offense. Very run-oriented. This time they give it to Haig, and Haig will get 2, 3. So Haig will end up at the 30, so he'll pick up 3. Second and 7. Taylor Credit Union is your full-service financial cooperative. Their passion is to support your journey wherever it may go. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today. Taylor Credit Union, Abbotsford and Medford. 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. Geiger moves over. Haig in the backfield with Hanula. Hanula keeps it himself. Dodges a couple of tackles and maybe picks up a yard. As the Oriole defense sniffed that out, he picks up. And they're at the 29, or they've got to get to the 23, pardon. Remember, math was not my strongest subject. I say this all the time. My 4th grade teacher, God rest her soul, she's still waiting for assignments from me from 1972. Into traffic. Here, but if I were Orioles over there to the left, then there were Hornets. Big 4th down for Colby. Hanula gets the snap, takes it himself, runs, breaks 2 tackles. He keeps pushing. He's close to a 1st down. It depends on where they spot it. I think he's going to get it. Hanula picks up the 1st down for Colby. And the play continues. They may get one more play in here in the 1st quarter. 30 seconds left here. Colby comes up to the line. Ezrin leaders out wide right. Hanula again. Breaks a couple of tackles. And we've got a penalty marker on the play, so we got a hold bones here. Maybe a defensive foul. The wing official is talking to the referee. Either it's going to be a face mask or a late hit or maybe a chop block. We'll see. Could be a What's that? I can't remember what that means.
Sideline warning.
Oh. Okay, because I usually make sure that they don't do that. So a sideline warning comes in. And that's going to end the quarter. And we'll step aside for words from our sponsors. You're watching High School Football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Are you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abbey Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbeybank.com to get started. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
Now, is it second down or what, kids? Does it mean they ran a play?
It just makes sense. Mittens carries
Sticks
higher
still
quality
have
furniture
first
from
down.
all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your
Yes,
favorite
Rebecca.
appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Well, we're confused here as we come back to begin the second quarter. It's going to remain first down. They did run a play. We had a flag come in. It was a sideline warning, and the clock ran out. And they're going to replay first down again, so we'll go with it. Hanula back to pass, throws to his left. Nice high spiral. And in and out of the hands of Chase Haig. Good defensive play for the defense of Stanley-Boyd. Yeah, we weren't really sure what was going on there. They did run a play, and there was about 45 seconds left. Flag was thrown by the sideline official. They talked about it, and they just replayed the down again. We move on, so now it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Handoff. Good run for Nash Smith. Nash Smith on the wheels. Here he goes. Touchdown, Nash Smith. .22-yard TD. Extra point coming up. He can take the lead. I didn't quite catch the full size of the number. Got to remember, I'm coming off of baseball. Baseball is much more calm. That's why you have the younger eyes of Ben Breck to my left. And we're going to have a timeout for Colby. They've taken their second. How we doing on commercials, Mr. Ben? Okay. I'm going to do a couple reads then. Ridgetop Exteriors, just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. And Brad Krecklow and Ian Pierce are your rural mutual insurance agents in Marshfield. They offer a full line of insurance products. Contact them today for a free quote. And last but not least, BBD Sports Shop, Big Bear Down. Big Bear Down Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors. Shop 2 convenient Central Wisconsin locations in Cadott and Abbotsford, or go online to bigbeardown.com. All right. Let's look at the scoring. A 22-yard touchdown by Chase Haig. with 11:46 left here in the second quarter. Extra point, they're going to try to kick. Putting toe to pigskin will be Arturo Lopez, a 215-pound junior. Kick is up, and it is good. Now we'll go to a commercial as the Hornets take the lead, 7-6. Back after these messages, you're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
And we're back here. 7-6 Colby. Chase Haig caps off an 8-play drive, 45 yards. He runs it in with a 22-yard touchdown run. And the kickoff. And fielded by the logo by Stanley-Boyd. Kickoffs have been an interesting situation here tonight. The opening kickoff bounced off of Colby and right into the hands of Stanley-Boyd. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Stanley-Boyd at their own 48. Dembski barks out the signals, motion. Something wasn't right with that. Dembski's going to roll to his right, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. What a play by Brennan Geiger. Read that play. Something was amiss. They put Aaron Sturm in motion, and he ran into one of his own players. And he lost 4. Loss of 6. 2nd down and 16. Dembski countered this time. Hand off to Sturm off the left side, and he's really being corralled and tripped up. What a play by the defense for Colby. And he lost a yard or two. And much worse, what a hit put on by Tristan Smazel. A decleater. So now you've got a 3rd down and 16 at your own 42. Got to get to the Colby 42. They break the huddle rather slowly. Come up to the line. 2 wide receivers left and right. Dembski takes it to shotgun snap. He runs it himself, breaks off right side. That's That's Carson Hodowanek. And Hodowanek picks up from the 42. He's going to be back up 7, so gain of 5. So it'll be 4th down and 11. Josiah Dembski is the quarterback, but this time they put Hodowanek back there. 4th down. Kind of a shankopotamus punt. And the ball's going to roll and stop at the Colby 28-yard line. Not the prettiest punt. Hodowanek, I believe, was the punter, and everything kind of looked a little kittywampus. So Colby will take over at their own 28-yard line. Leading 7-6, 9:27 left here in the first half. Both of these teams bringing in a lot of new faces, leaders from last season's squads have all graduated, class of 2025. 1st and 10, Hanula in shotgun. Motion for Colby, and Hanula keeps it himself. Bounces off 2 tackles. Big hit laid on by Ben Bovey. Bovey, good tackle, but Hanula picks up positive yards. Picked up 7. Hanula, the leading rusher for Colby. Doing a little bit something different here on my stat sheet. I should be able to figure out rushes as far as yardage at halftime for you. This time a big handoff to Haig. Haig, good run, but dragged down. He's close to a first down. I think he got it. And he does get a first down. Needed 3, got 4. Clock continues to run, 8.5 left in the first half, 7-6 Colby. Nunez wide left. Hanula takes a snap, low snap, keeps it himself. Not much there, actually lost about 2. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds. All crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. You can also get more information by going to ShedsDelivered.com. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurance. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. 2nd and 11. Haig breaks 2 tackles. Good pickup. Good run by Chase Haig, the sophomore. Nine-yard gain for Haig on that. Now you got a 3rd and 2. They got to get to the 49 that they're their own 47. Hanula takes a snap, keeps it himself, runs up the middle. And he's going to have the first down. No, I don't know. Ben called it right. I thought he was going to have it, but they just pulled him back. He's going to be shy. What do you do, Coach Ben? Go for it or punt?
Go for it.
And you're going to go for it, he says. Okay.
Same thing you just did.
Yeah. Hanula is your leading rusher. Stanley-Boyd faithful now in full throat. Sideline official comes in and they call timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching high school football and Selesky Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Graduated. Okay. All the stat leaders, yep. Ben and I were just talking during the timeout. This is a very competitive contest. 4th down and a yard for Colby. Snap. Haig. Got it. Needed 1, got 2. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Joe Anderson here, joined by Ben Brecht on production. Thanks for tuning in tonight to Zaleski Sports. 1st and 10 for the Hornets at midfield. Hanula takes a snap, keeps it himself, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Working some of the bugs out. Nothing's going to be perfect the first night we were back out. We've got a whole boatload of crews out. I'm going to check in on Stratford and Mosinee as my friend Mike Steinwagner on the call up there. Happy birthday to Mike. Seven to nothing, Mosinee over Stratford in the second quarter. But if you know Mike, wish him a happy birthday. Mike Steinwagner on the call up in Mosinee tonight. Hand up. Oh, no. Scratch that. Flag on the play. And I think we're going to probably have dead ball, false start. That'll move the ball back to the Colby 45. 2nd and 15. So 7-0, Mosinee in the second quarter over Stratford. Let's check in Edgar, and Edgar all over Ladysmith, 22-0. 10.5 left in the first half. That game being played up in Edgar. We've got a nail-biter here. Pass is incomplete from Hanula. He intended it for Haig. Third and 15. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 4:21 remaining here in the first half, and a nail-biter. 7-6 Colby. Opening game for both teams. 3rd and 15, Hanula and shotgun by himself in the backfield. Back to pass, he looks right down the middle of the field. Wide open and completed to Brennan Geiger. Still on his feet. First down. Big pass, 5, 15, 25, 35-yard pass for the first down. He just flicks it. You just watch Hanula. He just kind of flicks it. There goes Haig off left side. Haig, good stop by Aaron Sturm. Could have been much more had not Sturm been there. Gain of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Clock continues to run under 3.5. When in doubt, go to ZaleskiSports.com to see the games that are on the network being broadcast tonight. Look under live games. They break the huddle, 2nd down and 9. Wideouts left and right, motion for Nunez. Hanula keeps it himself, runs off right guard, and gets up the middle. And from the 19, they're going to mark him down to the 12, so gain of 7. 3rd down and 3. They've got to get in just a smidge inside the 10 for a 1st down. Beautiful playing facility here in Stanley-Boyd. Just outstanding. 3rd and 3. Hanula takes a snap, gives it to Haig. Haig off left side, looks for a hole. And he's in, and he got the 1st down. He was at the 12, and they're going to... Hornets on a long drive. This started at their own 28-yard line at the 9:27 mark, and we're over 7 minutes in. Wide out, 3 wide right. Well, we've got whistles. And another timeout this time for Stanley-Boyd. Ben, let's take another one, please. You're watching High School Football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school football here from Stanley-Boyd. Joe Anderson joined by Ben Brecht on production. 1st and goal for the Hornets at the 8 of Stanley-Boyd. Colby trailed 6-0 early on, but it took the lead in the early part of the 2nd quarter. And now on a long drive here, 1st and goal with 2:02 left in the 1st half. Hanula takes the snap, hands it off to Geiger. Brennan Geiger gains maybe 1. Second and goal. Gain of 2. Gain of 2. 2nd and goal from the 7. They keep Hanula in shotgun consistently. Takes a snap, hands it off to Haig. Haig darts, but grabbed by the ankles. And again, Aaron Sturm says, no, no, no. It's 3rd down, I was going to say. Can't quite be 4th down. No gain. Everybody's have their scoreboard guys are talking about that too. 3rd and goal from the 7. Snap. Hanula keeps it himself. Off left side. Can he get in? He can. Touchdown, Colby. Hanula. 7-yard TD run. And just like that, it's 13-6 Hornets. Extra point coming up. Arturo Lopez, 1 for 1 on PATs, looking to go 2 for 2. Snap, kick, hold, up. Good. (14-6). Colby, back after these messages. You're watching High School Football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Time, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Back to live action, the kickoff. It's going to be fielded and hauled down by Gunnar Gadel. That was a 72-yard drive in 15 plays, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run by Luke Hanula. And Stanley-Boyd, with 35 seconds, they spot the ball at the Oriole 36. And we'll see they'll probably run at least one play here. Full backfield. Dembski pass complete to Hodowanik, and Hodowanik a big gain and goes out of bounds. So 14, 19, 20, 21-yard pass. They tried to keep him in. Well, the clock would have stopped because they got to move the chains. But he got out of bounds. 26 seconds. Motion. Dembski back to pass. Rolls to his right. Throws in and out of the hands of Aaron Sturm. Ben makes a good observation. It's a good thing they dropped it because it would have been a loss on the play. I mean, the clock, they wouldn't have gained much, and the clock would have continued to run. They got one timeout left. Second and 10. Back to pass is Dembski. Long throw down the middle of the field. Incomplete. Third down and 10 from the Colby 43-yard line. Dembski gets to play from the sidelines, comes in the huddle. The Orioles in those orange and black uniforms, orange pants and tops, the white piping and stripes, black helmets. Dembski back to pass. Runs up the Trump. Oh, good trip up by Hector Lopez, as Dembski had a lot of running room and tripped him up at the line of scrimmage. And the last timeout called by the Orioles. We'll keep it here. Very competitive game, as Ben and I were chatting during the commercials. We're talking about the competitive nature of this game, and he's right. I mean, and as I pointed out to him too, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, I went and did my homework today, looked at last year's stats, and all of the leading offensive and defensive players for Stanley-Boyd graduated, and there's one returner for Colby. Otherwise, it was a very senior-laden offensive team, so everybody's got to get their feet under them and get used to taking leadership roles. And it's the first game of the season. Got 8 more to go. And both of these teams were playoff contenders last year, and both lost to Maple Northwestern in the playoffs. Colby in the first round and Stanley-Boyd in the second. Timeout completed. There's 11 seconds left. Stanley-Boyd out of timeouts. They've got a 4th down at the Colby 43. Ball ready for play. Dembski in shotgun. Motion man. Back to pass is Dembski. Rush coming in. He's running to his left. He's going to throw it incomplete. And the flag comes in for a late hit. Reese Rowell really put a lick on the wide receiver. I think that was Aaron Sturm. Pass was well over his head. And Rowell gave him a pretty good lick. And the flag came in. That's going to be a personal foul. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Pass was incomplete. They have not moved the sticks yet. I'm going to wait until everything gets sorted out. Pardon me. It's also got to get the officials back into the swing of things. I know I've got to get ready to go on Monday as I'm doing that reffing a JV game in Thorpe, 8-man. It's going to be an automatic first down. And it's going to be 15 yards marked off from the line of scrimmage, which will be a 1st and 10 at the 28 of Colby. And Aaron Sturm able to get up. Helmets off, but under his own power. It's a muggy night, but it's not hot. It's about, 65, 70 maybe? If it were about 10 degrees warmer, it's 71. If it were 81 like this, my father would call it sultry. That's a term he learned from when he was in the military down south. All right, 1st and 10, 5 seconds left at the 28 of Colby. Dembski takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, throws in and out of the hands of Grant Dusick. And that will end the first half. 14-6 Colby. Back after.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Hey, need a lift? No, I can't give you a ride, because I can't drive yet. But I can tell you all about the new awesome lift chairs at Mall Furniture. These things are so cool.
Mole Furniture has over 40 lift chairs in stock and ready for delivery anywhere in central Wisconsin.
Let's be real. We all need a lift once in a while. So when it's your turn for a new lift chair, head to Mole, because we got them all.
Mole Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
All right, and welcome back here to Stanley-Boyd High School. We got our halftime here in a 14-6 game. I'm going to take the mic here for a second as Joe works on counting up his stats for our halftime show. But right now, a 14-6 Colby Hornet lead here over the Stanley-Boyd Orioles, and this game certainly has been competitive in this first half. As Colby's held most of the possession here in this first half. After a little bit of a rough start for the Hornets, as they gave up a touchdown on the opening Orioles drive, the Hornets seemed to pull it together and put together a very nice drive of their own, scoring, and then they were able to get a stop on defense and then really ate up a bunch of clock there in the second quarter. And they also able to get a touchdown there as well to take that 14-6 lead. As Joe mentioned, these two teams pretty new this year with some players in there that did not get a whole lot of playing time last year. This is their first time out on the field. And this game has been a little bit different than the previous year here, when these two teams met last year. The last year's result I looked up, it was a 44-22 victory for Stanley-Boyd. That one was in Colby. And I just remember because I was there doing that one. But the Orioles got out pretty quickly in that game. They held a pretty sizable lead. So the score is a little deceiving. Stanley-Boyd held the lead for most of that game and put together a really dominant performance last year. This year, it's a little bit different, as the Colby Hornets and their rushing attack have really kind of run all over the Orioles here in this first half. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll come back as we add up our stats. We'll have those for you here from Stanley-Boyd after these messages.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to halftime. Joe Anderson here, joined by Ben Breck. Ben kind of took over things for me there while I was adding stuff up. That's a bad thing for me to do. Me and math, not a good combination. All right, for Colby, leading two leaders in offense, Luke Henula, 15 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. He's 1 of 6 from the air for 25 yards. Chase Haig, 11 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. Gunnar Gadel for Stanley-Boyd with the most rushes. I haven't had a chance to complete his rushes, but after the first series for Stanley-Boyd, which was pretty even between passing and running, they've kind of gotten into a pass-first mode, and it has not been very successful. Josiah Dembski tossed a pass, a 13-yard touchdown pass to Grant Dusick at the 9-minute mark of the first quarter, and an 8-play drive as they took advantage of a muffed kickoff and took it to 42 yards for the touchdown. And after that, it's been all Colby. 8-play drive to 45 yards, capped off by a 22-yard touchdown run by Chase Haig in the early part of at the 11:46 point of the second quarter. And then again, another touchdown run for Colby, this time Luke Henula with a 7-yard touchdown run, a 15-play drive of 72 yards. And that's what you get here at halftime, 14-6 in favor of Colby. Looking at other games tonight in each of these conferences for the Stanley-Boyd Orioles, members of the Clover Belt. Fall Creek is at Altoona tonight. Spooner is at Elk Mound. GET is at Mondovi. Osseo Fairchild at Necedah, down around my neck of the woods. Neilsville-Granton is at New Lisbon. They're even closer to the farm. Turtle Lake is at Eau Claire Regis, and Durand, Arkansas is at Spring Valley. Other games in the CWC Large tonight. St. Mary Catholic is at Amherst. That's got to be a good game. Spencer Columbus is at Auburndale. Stratford is at Mosinee. Tune into that. Mike Steinwagner, birthday boy, on the call for Zaleski Sports tonight. Marathon is at Pittsville. Berlin is at Waiawega Fremont. Bonduelle is at Wittenberg Burnhamwood. And Loyal Greenwood is at Abbotsford. Those are area games tonight. Loyal Greenwood looking to improve on their 1-8 record from last year. Spencer Columbus finished last year at 2-7. Stratford 14-0, and another state championship for the Stratford Tigers. They're trying to get another one if they can this year. But last look, they were trailing in the second quarter 7-0 to Mosinee. Eau Claire Regis finished last season at 12-1 in the Clover Belt. That only loss was the game before state, I believe. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. Stanley-Boyd finished second in the Clover Belt at 6-1, but finished their season at 10-2 as they lost to Maple Northwestern in round 2 by the final score of 26-21. Fall Creek and Mondovi finished in a 3-way tie along with Elk Mound, each at 6-5. Durand, Arkansas was 3-7. Neilsville-Granton 2-8, and Osseo Fairchild winless last year. Osseo Fairchild moving into the Dairyland Conference, at least for basketball and other sports. I'm not sure what they do. Football is a whole different animal, and the playoffs are going to keep getting more and more interesting as fewer and fewer teams are going to be available. I've had this chat with Jason Zaleski, our chief, and we were chatting about things and how the playoffs go, fewer and fewer teams available for the 7 divisions, and a lot of teams last year. I know that Colby made the playoffs with a 3-4 record and were knocked out right away. We'll see what happens. I know there is talk of opening it up for everybody to make the playoffs for football, but I don't think that will happen. I think they do that in Minnesota, and you're going to get a team like Eau Claire Regis taking on a team like Osseo Fairchild, undefeated versus a winless team. That's not going to be a pretty picture. So we'll see what happens. Lots of new changes in the WIAA in the office and new rules. Try to pick up on those as the game goes on. We've got 2 minutes left before kickoff to start the second half here in Stanley-Boyd, where Colby leads 14-6. You're watching high school football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Are you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abbey Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbeybank.com to get started. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Hey Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Three-minute warm-up period here in Stanley-Boyd. Keys to the second half. Colby needs to keep up their defensive pressure that they've put on since that first drive by Stanley-Boyd. They have really shut down the Oriole offense. Not much rushing, and they've really shut off the passing offense for the Orioles. And if you're the Orioles, the key to the man you got to watch out for on the offensive side for Colby is Luke Hanula. Hanula just really ripping them apart. When he's not running, he's got such nice touch on his passes. And a good balanced offense for Colby. They keep it on the ground with Hanula, and they keep it on the ground with Haig. And that's the keys for them in the second half. We'll see how things turn out here. We got 1:20 left before we have kickoff. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Second half kickoff here from Stanley-Boyd. Joe Anderson joined by Ben Brecht on production. Second half here. Kicking off will be Arturo Lopez. 2 for 2 and extra points. Squib kick right off the front line fellow. That's number 15. Brady Berkey. Berkey did a good job by knocking it down and falling on it. It's been an interesting night for kickoffs. Yeah, they're just kicking bullets, trying to get an onside kick. That's kind of a unique way to get an onside kick. Does work sometimes. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Orioles at their own 48. They trail by 8, 14-6. Trying to find out here from our friends from Mosinee. And they break the huddle and come to the line, do the good run by Hodawanik. Whoa! And that's going to draw a flag. Yep, you can't do that. So Carson Hodawanik tried the sweep around the right side, and Brennan Geiger picked him up and slammed him on the turf, which draws a personal foul flag right away. He was thrown for a 3-yard loss. We'll see how things get mapped out here, because it's from the spot of the foul. It'll be a personal foul on 15 yards. Personal foul on the defense. So they'll mark it off from the end of the play. And that will get a first down for the Orioles now at the 40 of Colby. Good aggressive play by Geiger, but as soon as he slammed him to the turf, that drew the flag, and a good run up the middle on first down by Gadel. Gadel takes it down to the 36. Stanley-Boyd getting back to the running game here. Gadel again. Bounces off right tackle, but stacked up by Geiger this time of Colby. You can't, just my opinion. Geiger made a good play on the defense, but that will draw a flag. I mean, I don't think he was intentionally trying to cause harm to that lad, but you can't do that. Back in the day, you could. There's a lot of stuff you used to be able to do, but not now. And false start as that left tackle jumped. That'll make it 3rd and 10. There was a video on YouTube that showed, for those of us who remember watching the NFL Today on CBS back in the 1970s, the intro where they showed different plays being done, and the person who was presenting this video saying, this is from 1977. These are all the plays you can no longer do anymore legally in the NFL. Low snap. Dembski. Back rolls to his left. He's on his feet. He could. And a good tackle by Hanula. He's a 6-foot senior for Colby. Made the play. And Stanley-Boyd back to pass. He rolls to his right. He looks. He passes. Complete. But he's going to be short. He got 4. At their own 31. Barely 3. And here comes the first off. It'll probably be a false start. No, it's going to be offsides, lined up in the neutral zone. Things you see in the first couple of games, a lot of false starts, a lot of neutral zone infractions. That happens. Usually by game 3, you don't see that very often. By the 3rd game, after you get 3 games under your belt, you're going to see the teams that are the teams to beat and the teams that are going to have a learning season. 1st down and 5. Hanula stacked up at the line, maybe a yard. Second down, I'm going to give him no gain. 2nd and 5. Got good viewership on the on the Mosinee Stratford game on the network. Thanks for tuning in. There was kind of a mess up. And that ends up being a good defensive play by Stanley-Boyd. Did they get a fumble? They did! And Stanley-Boyd comes up with a fumble. Good play for the Orioles. That is a huge turnover, is right, Ben. Now the officials are going to get together and talk a second. Yes, they're going to give it. That is the one thing, and I'm an official, so I'm going to always take the official side. See how they all got together and discussed it? That's good officiating. 1st and 10, Stanley-Boyd at the Colby 35. Dembski back to pass. Throws down the straight sideline, just out of the reach. (13-7), Mosinee leading going into the 3rd quarter over Stratford. I will go to our game and see who is chiming in, if anyone is. Look at the comments. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page, and we'll give you a shout-out over the air. 2nd and 10, Dembski keeps it himself. Good run by Dembski. Kind of tackled awkwardly. Close to ankles and then pushed backwards. And turf sometimes can be unforgiving. 3rd and 1. Handoff this time up the middle. Good run by Gadel, and he got a 1st down. Gadel picks up 2. 1st down for Stanley-Boyd. As Bennett's just mentioned, I don't know if you could hear him or not, this is where you want to get a score here if you're Stanley-Boyd. Look to tie. Run off the right side. Good run. Still on his feet, Gadel. That is Porter Gadel. Gadel, number 30, but Porter Gadel this time. Down on the turf. We have a timeout on the field as we take care of an injured player. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school football and Selesky Sports, brought to you today by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet. I found Shy at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable.
Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Porter Gadel was able to come off the field under his own power. It's 1st and goal at the 10 for Stanley-Boyd. Pass, touchdown, no! In and out of the hands of Braxton DeMars. Oh, goodness. What an effective play, and it just couldn't be completed. 2nd and goal. Dembski hands off to Gadel, and they just eat him up. Gunnar Gadel had nowhere to go. Ball back at the 12-yard line. Dembski, motion man. Dembski will roll to his left, look for a receiver in the end zone, and another incomplete for Gunnar Gadel. It's not first. It wasn't 1st and goal. It was 1st and 10. They can get a first down if they get to the 2. So pardon me for that, friends. A big 4th down here for Stanley-Boyd. And Colby's going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Now, Ben, you and I would both say that what are you going to – you got a choice because you could still pick up a first down if you get to the 2. Now, Dembski, they're going to have him option roll out to his left and run to the wide side. We're both differing opinions, but both are effective. This is a big, big down for Stanley-Boyd, because this has been a pretty good drive. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th play of the drive after they picked up that fumble. And they need a score here, a chance to tie the game. Timeout completed. Ben thinks a pass, I think a run. Let's see what happens. It's always easy to coach sitting up here with a headset on. Here they go. Hurry up to the line. Dembski in shotgun. Gadel in behind. He passes. There he goes. He's going to run. This time to his right. Pass. Touchdown! He caught it! And that received by Porter Gadel. Now they're going to go for 2 in the tie. It's 14-12. 7:07 left. They don't know what the play is, and they're going to have to call timeout. And a very frustrated Brody Marr. Somehow they didn't get the play in, and time was running down. What a pass from Dembski to Gadel. That's Porter Gadel. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. 8 plays and 35 yards. And not much time off the clock, so Ben gets the prize. I said run, he said pass. And if you're a Stanley-Boyd fan, you don't care, you scored. Now the extra point attempt going for 2. They took a timeout. They need to have it all correct. Here and Marr is telling them, let's go. Wideouts right and left. Back to pass is Dembski. He throws and incomplete. That could prove to be, maybe prove to be detrimental for Stanley-Boyd, as that 2-point pass, no bueno. Well, they've made it 14 to 12, that's for sure. Here in the second half, Stanley-Boyd started off and ended up losing it on downs. Colby with a fumble, and Stanley-Boyd with an 8-play drive of 35 yards. Dembski to Porter Gadel to make it 14 to 12. That 2-point pass, extra point, was no good. We'll see what they're going to do for the kickoff. Ben and I have noticed, too, that they've been aiming at one of the up linemen when they kick off. They kick it right at him, kind of like the water boy. Yeah, that's what I think of Aaron Sturm, and I mean this in the most positive way, the way whenever I see somebody with number 9, well, here comes the train. I don't know if you could pick it up or not. Ben's going to get a shot of the train. There it goes. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Freight is going to the east. 14-12, kickoff coming up from Stanley-Boyd. Let's see who's doing the kicking off. I can pick up his number, 75. Parker Bates. And a squib kick, and fell on smartly by Carlos Martinez. 3-yard line. 7:07 left here in the third quarter. Joe Anderson and Ben Breck bringing you tonight's game here, non-conference between Stanley-Boyd and the visitors, the Colby Hornets. Colby comes to the line. Hanula staying in shotgun. Haig to his right, to his left. Hands it off to Haig. Haig breaks 2 tackles, still on his feet. There goes Haig. He's running. He's going. He's finally knocked out of bounds after a long gain. Holy cow. 7, 17, 27, 37, 36, 35-yard run. Wow. Big run by Haig. And just like that, Colby gets the ball into Stanley-Boyd territory at the Oriole 22. Chase Haig, big game tonight for the Colby Hornets. He's got a touchdown already. 22-yard run. Wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Hanula takes it himself, grabbed by the ankle, and they're keying on him. That's a good job by the defense, but we got a Colby Hornet down, grabbing his leg. Most likely a cramp. You know, it's just muggy enough and still warm enough out. And I've noticed a couple, he's got a Charlie horse, and that smarts. No gain on that play by Hanula. So who do you stop? I mean, you got Hanula who can run it. You got Haig who can run it. What are you going to do? That was a good offensive series for Stanley-Boyd. Now I got to give a tip of the cap to sophomore Josiah Dembski. He's starting quarterback, and he's taking over for last year's starter, Carter Eisenberger, who had a great year last year. He was 154 of 224, passed for 2,215 yards and 33 touchdowns. Some big shoes to fill for the sophomore. And Luke Hanula doing a great job as well. Replace Tate Smith at quarterback. And Hanula staying exclusively in shotgun. This time he's got Brennan Geiger in the backfield with him. Hanula keeps it himself. And not much there either. No gain. So back-to-back carries by Hanula. And as I said, one of the keys to the second half for the defense for Stanley-Boyd was to keep Luke Hanula controlled. Now don't let him break free. And they have done so far. I think they're going to give the ball this time to Mr. Haig. I would. He's had a very good game for Colby. Carson Thompson wide to the right. Ezrin Leaders wide to the left. Empty backfield, Hanula to pass. Nice flick and throw, but nothing doing. So after a 35-yard gallop by Chase Haig, it's been run, pass for no yards, so it's 4th down and 10. And they've got the ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Hanula, nice pass. He's got nice form. You watch him. He just kind of like he flicks it. Can't teach that. That's just something that happens. He's a good quarterback. Long time in the huddle. Oh, they're working on a player to the left. Hanula still over there. Are they going to call a timeout? Yes, they do. Timeout, Colby. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school football and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Tine, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we're back here at Stanley-Boyd. 4th down and 10 for the Hornets at the Oriole 23-yard line. 14-12, Colby with the lead. 2 touchdowns in the second half for the Hornets. 1 here in the third quarter for Stanley-Boyd. Will the defense for Stanley stop or Colby get the first down? Full throw fans here for Stanley-Boyd. Snap, throw, pass is incomplete. In and out of the hands. Intended for Haig. And a turnover on downs for Stanley-Boyd. And they'll begin 1st and 10 at their own 23. 5:35 left here in quarter number 3. Joe Anderson joined by Ben Brecht on production. Got a lot of people watching tonight. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube channel comment section. We'll give you a shout out on the air. Recognize some of you who are tuning in tonight. 1st and 10 for Stanley-Boyd at their own 23. Dembski in shotgun. Motion man. Handoff to the motion man. That was Porter Gadel. And Gadel will pick up 2. Looked like it was going to be a pretty high scoring game here as it started out. Stanley-Boyd scored right away after a turnover on the kickoff, and Colby defense really stacked it up. 30, so a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, a long 3. And that quick offense for Stanley-Boyd slowing down a little bit. Gadel this time, Dembski hands off, and nothing doing. Gunnar Gadel again the ball carrier, and he picks up nothing. So now you got a 4th down and 3. Trailing by 2, but you got a lot of time left. 4 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it. Dembski in shotgun. Motion. And he's going to roll to his left and throw it. And he caught it! Pass is complete. But taken away. Oh, my gosh. Braxton DeMars had the reception, and the ball ripped out of his hands. And Colby will take over. Are they going to call it an incomplete pass? I don't see any flags on the field. Incomplete pass. My gosh, it was in the hands of Braxton DeMars and knocked away. I thought he had it, and it got taken out of his hands by the Colby defender, which you can do. I mean, you can just rip it out of their hands. But it's considered incomplete. So Colby will take over on downs at the Stanley-Boyd 31. 3:43 left here in the 3rd quarter. Hanula back to pass, pressured, rolls to his right, throws long, into the end zone. Broken up, but a flag it's going to be for pass interference. Caden Kunze, the intended receiver. Daniel's watching from Eau Claire. Thanks, Daniel, for chiming in tonight. Looking for other people to chime in as well. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Now, in pro and college, it's from the spot of the foul where they place the ball. High school does not do that. It is marked off from the line of scrimmage. Pass interference. So that's where they're going to mark it off. Let's see where the umpire, watch his steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15-yard penalty. A big penalty gives a first down for Colby at the 19. Empty backfield. Hanula will take it and run to his left, tucks the ball under his right arm. Swarmed by the Oriole defense. So Hanula, the ball carrier. And they're going to give him 2. They're going to give him 2 on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. No, they give him 1, actually, after all of that. It's been Hanula and Hegg and a cloud of dust. Well, no dust on turf. Hanula fakes the handoff, takes it up the middle, still on his feet, still going. And Hanula would not go down. 1st and goal. That run from the 18 or the 17, and the ball is at the 2, so a 15-yard run. So 1st and goal from the 2. This would be a big score for Colby. Can Stanley-Boyd make the stop? Snap, handoff, Haig, right side, touchdown. So Haig with the 2-yard touchdown to now make it 20-12. Big extra point coming up now for Colby. They're going to try to kick it. Arturo Lopez, and he missed it. That was a big miss. As Stanley-Boyd still within striking distance, trailing by 8, 20-12. We're going to take a break and come back after these messages. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back here at Stanley-Boyd, Joe Anderson, Ben Breck bringing you tonight's exciting non-conference game. Colby just scored a touchdown, kicked it off, and another one, scrum for it. There has not been a kickoff in the air tonight. It's going to be at their own 45 with 2:21 left here in quarter number 3. Four-play drive of 31 yards for Colby, capped off by a 2-yard run by Chase Hegg, his second touchdown of the night. That missed extra point, a big factor here, keeping Stanley-Boyd in the game. High snap, Gunnar Gadel will pick up a couple. Gunnar Gadel's had a good game tonight. So has Porter Gadel. Porter is a sophomore and Gunnar is a senior. 2nd and 8. Dembski in shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off again to Gadel. Gadel up the middle. Powers his way. A swarm of Colby Hornets. You were waiting for me to say that, weren't you? Yeah. Gain of 3.
That's going to be here all year.
Yeah. I'll tell you about my bee story here when I get a chance. 3rd and 5. High snap. Dembski back to pass. Pressure. 2 Colby Hornets after him and threw it into a very dangerous spot. No, I was about 4 years old. We were on the other farm yet, and there was a hornet's nest on the old woodshed, and I had a long stick and decided I wanted to find out what would happen if I hit that wasp nest. And I had just gotten a crew cut. We'll tell you more in a second. 4th and 5. They're going to go back into punt formation. Snap. Punt is away. High punt. Nice punt. And it's going to drop inside the 10. Holy cow, what a great punt by Grant Dusick. All of the wasps dropped on my head and stung me all up, the baking soda paste. Smeared it all over my head, and I survived, but from that point on, me and bees, wasps, hornets, no thank you. I have all the respect for people who take care of bees, but no thank you very much. 1st and 10 from the 4. Colby hands off to Haig. Haig maybe gets a yard. Let's see where they spot him. We're kind of at a unique angle. I don't think he got anything. This is to be a big area for a big stop for Stanley-Boyd right here. Most likely the last play of the 3rd quarter here. They break the huddle, do the Hornets. Hanula in his own end zone. Takes a snap. Takes off left to his left side. And picks up a couple. And that's most likely going to be the end of the 3rd quarter on that last play as the time continues to run. He picks up 6. So it'll be 3rd and 4 when we come back to bring you the 4th quarter of play here from Stanley-Boyd. 2012. Back after these messages, you're watching high school football in Saleski.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and employed.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. If you work with B-BT.
Well, we're back. The internet giveth and the internet taketh away. Well, we'll keep going because it'll jump in and out. In and out. 3rd down and 5 for Colby as we start the 4th quarter here. They've got to get the ball out to the just shy of the 15. Big play for Stanley-Boyd. They need a stop right here. Snap. Hanula takes it himself. Big run. Oh, boy. Here goes Hanula. Down the left-hand sideline. He's on his feet. He's going to go. Last chance. And he's brought down by what a game-saving tackle by Aaron Sturm. He took that from the 10, and they spot him down at the 4. So that's... And the man they needed to keep under control, they did until then. And Haig, close. No, he's going to be shy. So Haig Gain of 4. And I think if they get a touchdown here, Stanley-Boyd's going to have a very long uphill road here to try to get this game tied. That was the biggest play of the game for Colby right there. And it hadn't meant for Aaron Sturm, it would have been a touchdown. A 90-yard touch. 3rd down and goal now from the 5. Looking ahead to next week, Colby goes up the highway to Abbotsford to battle a Highway 13. Takes on the Falcons. And Stanley-Boyd doesn't get any easy for them. They're at Cadott. And nothing doing. The Stanley-Boyd defense really stepped up there. There they tackled Hanula. Didn't let him get loose that time. And that's a loss of 4. So now you got 4th and goal from the 9. And they're going to try a 3-point field goal. Arturo Lopez. Snap, hold, kick is up, and good! A 29-7, a 35-yard field goal for Arturo Lopez. And Arturo Lopez has had a busy night kicking the ball. 2 for 3 on extra points. And now it makes it 23-12. That drive consisted of 7 plays. And 96 yards. An 86-yard run by Luke Hanula set that up. Well, it's going to be a long uphill road here for Stanley-Boyd. They are not out of it. There's 9:40 left in the contest. There's a lot of time left and a lot of weapons for the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. Daniel is watching from Eau Claire, looking for other people to chime in. The internet seems to be kind of being finicky tonight, so we apologize for that. Like I always say, it's always nice when technology works. When it doesn't, if I had hair left to pull out, I would. I'm going to take a chance and look here and see how things are going in other contests in the conference, or on the network tonight, excuse me. Tied at 13 in Mosinee between Mosinee and Stratford. Mosinee led at halftime, but the Tigers came back and have now tied it in the 3rd quarter. And a big shout out to my friend Mike Steinwagner celebrating his birthday tonight. He's on the call up in Mosinee. Lopez with the kickoff, another dribbler. Fielded at the logo. And their own 48. They've got time, they've got the tools, they've got the talent, but can they get it done? That is the question. Can the Colby defense make the stop? The last game I broadcast here was a playoff game, 8-man between Owen Withey and Highland. And Owen Withey had the ball at their own 7-yard line with 8 minutes to go, and they ran the clock out, leading by 8. Or by 4, excuse me. Dembski back to pass. He's pressured. Gets out of a tackle. Throws it. Incomplete. Running for his life. Second and 10 for Stanley-Boyd. Dembski has been pressured since that opening drive. He has not had a chance to throw too many completions. the Gadel boys have been able to do the most damage on offense for Stanley-Boyd. Dembski this time, speaking of which, hands it to Gunnar Gadel, and Gunnar brought down. But we got a penalty. Tackle was made by Tristan Smazel. But a penalty marker comes down. I don't know if it was a face mask or a personal foul or what. They're going to confer. Dead ball, personal foul on Colby. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So it'll be a first down for Stanley-Boyd. Three personal fouls on Colby tonight, and a big run up the middle by Gadel. First down run by Gunnar Gadel. Second and 6. Stanley-Boyd needs a quick score here. As now time is becoming a factor. Dembski back to pass, pressured, throws it up, sideline pass. Almost intercepted. And it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 6. Ball is at the Colby 34. No, pardon me, 32. They have really relied on the pass, have the Orioles. And Dembski's been pressured most of the night. The Gadel lads have done the best running. Whoa! Almost handed off to Gunnar Gadel. Dembski pulls it back, and Dembski picks up 2. And we've got a player down for Stanley-Boyd. And as they take care of the young lad on the field, we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, need a lift? No, I can't give you a ride because I can't drive yet. But I can tell you all about the new awesome lift chairs at Mall Furniture. These things are so cool.
Mall Furniture has over 40 lift chairs in stock and ready for delivery anywhere in central Wisconsin.
Let's be real. We all need a lift once in a while. So when it's your turn for a new lift chair, head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
4th down for Stanley-Boyd. Dembski stacked up, no gain. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Colby. And Colby will take over and downs 1st and 10, and they spot the ball at their 30. Eight minutes and 11 seconds left. A lot of time. But if you're Colby, you're just going to run clock. A lot of handoffs. That ball carried by Haig. Haig with no gain. The play of the game, in my opinion, I don't know if Ben will agree with me, was that 86-yard run by Luke Hanula. That was 4th down, wasn't it? Third? Third down. Big stop, or a big gain for Hanula. They did not score a touchdown, but that field goal by Lopez made the difference now as they trail by 11. The Orioles, 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run. Whistles. Timeout Colby. Something isn't quite correct for Coach Rosemeyer. Doesn't get any easier for these teams next week as Abbotsford will host Colby in the Battle of Highway 13. Was a short, 2-mile drive to Abbotsford from Colby. And Stanley-Boyd doesn't get any easier. They take on Cadott in Cadott next Friday. And the conference that Cadott Stanley-Boyd is in is pretty rough. They've got Regis, Elk Mound, Fall Creek, Mondovi, Durand, Arkansas, Neelsville, Granton, and Osseo Fairchild. And the CWC Large is no pushover either. Stratford, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, Amherst, Waiwega, Fremont, Marathon, Spencer, Columbus, and Loyal Greenwood. Timeout called. One other positive thing about tonight for both teams, I mean, we've had some kids go down, but it's been mainly cramps. It's just that right temperature where you get Charlie horses, so you just got to keep the fluids going. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Low snap. Hanula hands it off. Fumble! And an opportune pickup for Colby. That saved a big play for Stanley-Boyd. If they'd have picked that up, they would have really been in business yet. So Hegg lost the handle on it. And a loss on that play of 4. So now you got 3rd down and 15 as they, again, you see when the trainer comes out and they lift a leg up, you've ever had a Charlie horse, it's like somebody takes a steak knife and sticks it in the back of your calf. It just hurts like the dickens. And there he's back up. You got to stretch that thing out. Good to see Porter Gadel getting up on his own power. Again, just cramps. That's a good thing to see. You hate to see anybody get really hurt right away in the first game, and we've been lucky we haven't had that issue. 3rd down and 14 for Colby. Stanley-Boyd looking for a turnover. They blitz. Hanula off left side. Here he goes. Hanula, big run. 1st down and more down the sideline and stepped out. But he'll pick up a 1st down from the 26-yard line, from the 27. So he picked up from the 27, that's 13, 14, 15-yard run. If it's any more than 20 yards, I run out of fingers and toes to count on. Now approaching 6.5 minutes. Hegg, the handoff off right side. Hegg still on his feet, brought down after another 1st down. 8. 13, another 15-yard run by Hegg. Back-to-back 1st downs. Clock continues to run, and you can kind of start to see it in the body language of Stanley-Boyd and that confidence of Colby. Returning the favor last year, Stanley-Boyd really took it to Colby in Colby and won pretty handily. Colby just grinding it out. Hanula, the ball carrier. Off left tackle. There he goes. Another first down, finally brought down inside the 25. From the 43, that's 10. And I believe that's Hanula who's down. And again, I think it's hopefully just a cramp. A 20-yard run for Hanula. 3 runs. The last 3 runs have gone for 50 yards. And Luke Hanula down on the sideline. I think it's just a cramp. Hanula has had just an outstanding game tonight for Colby. That 86-yard run, holy cow. And he's being helped up by his teammates. He's walking, that's a good sign. Yeah, I think it's just the humidity and the wear and tear. That young man has played one heck of a ball game tonight. 1st and 10 for Colby. And they spot the ball at the 23 of Stanley-Boyd. Colby with the 11-point lead. They run a wide out to the right, one to the left. New quarterback is in. Hands off to Haig. Haig picks up Logan Reynolds, the sophomore quarterback for Colby, now in for Luke Hanula. So a pickup of 2. I'll tell you, Chase Haig has had a heck of a ball game tonight, too, for Colby. Haig and Hanula. Logan Reynolds now in at quarterback for Luke Hanula. Gets to play, breaks the huddle. Haig to his right. Reynolds in shotgun. Calls out the signals, gets the snap, hands it off to Haig. Haig off left side, close to a first down. Gain of 5. Makes a 3rd down and about 4. Clock continues to run, approaching 4 minutes. Reynolds, the snap. Keeps it himself. Oh, no, that's Hanula back in the game. And Hanula will pick up maybe a yard, or if anything. No, he didn't. That's a good sign. Luke Hanula back on the field. 4th down and 3. And they're going to take their time and let the clock run. 10 seconds left. You don't know if you can see the back judge. He's got his hand up. And you'll start. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snap. Handoff right side. Still on his feet. Will not go down. Good run for Brennan Geiger. And now Geiger on the turf. He'll pick himself up. And Geiger will pick up the first down. From the 16 down to the 12. So a pickup of 4 and a first down. And again, you see the trainer coming out there. They lift that leg up and then they pull on your foot. You know, they stretch out that tendon, that Achilles, and the other muscles in the calf. .318 left. And the Hornets are going to most likely get the win here as they lead by 11. It's been Luke Hanula and Chase Haig for Colby. Josiah Dembski, the sophomore quarterback for Stanley-Boyd, has played well, but he's had some passes that were dropped or broken up. Brennan Geiger able to walk off under his own power. Clock winds now, 3:15 left. A good opening game for both teams. I mean, a good showing, very competitive game here. 1st and 10 for Colby. Hanula. He wants another one, and he's got it. 12-yard TD with 2:57 left. Chase Haig with a touchdown. Luke Hanula with his second touchdown here. Extra point. Lopez, the kick is up, and no bueno. So 2 touchdowns for Hanula, 2 touchdowns for Haig. And it's now 29-12 in favor of Colby. Both of these teams again on the road next Friday night. Colby on their way up to Abbotsford, and Stanley-Boyd will travel west a few miles over to Cadott. And if you are on Highway 29 west of Owen and Withy, still road construction. Update from Mosinee. Mosinee 20, Stratford 19 with 4:37 left in the fourth quarter. So take a moment to check that game out if you can. Looks like Stratford's going to try an extra point kick. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is off the upright. Bounced off the upright, so it remains 20-19. A big missed extra point for Stratford as they look to tie the game with Mosinee. Mosinee 20, Stratford 19. Kickoff here. Stanley-Boyd will take over 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 46. 2:55 left here in regulation, and a 17-point lead for the Hornets. Dembski back to pass, pumps, looks right, looks left, passes, up in the air, knocked down. Oh, that could have been picked up and caught. And the young man who tried to make the catch on the rebound gets up rather slowly. Good first game for both of us, too, getting out of practice. You know, you don't do this for about 9 months. And Dembski hands off this time to Sturm. Sturm will pick up 4. Picks up 4. They go hurry. Dembski back to pass, looks left, throws. Incomplete. Back in the old days, Ben, when Loyal, because I was the statistician for Loyal for 32 years for Loyal football, we went up with it. We had student kids, too, that kept the book. We had to go up to Cornell. This is like 1992. You weren't even born yet, were you? No. And Cornell was a pass-first offense. another personal foul penalty. So they pick up a first down on another, what is that, 4 personal fouls on Colby tonight. That's got to be something to be addressed in practice. Dembski rolls right, looks to throw, pumps, throws, and it is intercepted. Colby with the interception, and with 2:21, and they have the ball spotted at their own 4. Anyway, to finish up the story, that was before 29 was 4-lane all the way. So from Loyal to Cornell was about a good 2-hour-plus drive. And Cornell had during those years had the pass every play offense, which means the clock stopped after every pass, like it still does. But that's when games started at 8 o'clock. For us who remember 8 o'clock starts for basketball and football games, we got out of there at 11:30 and got home about 1:45. Handoff, Haig, right side, breaks, shoots a little bit. There goes Haig down the right sideline, knocked out of bounds. And Haig, big run from the 4, and they spot him at the 39, so that is a 35-yard run. So big runs by Chase Haig and Luke Hanula have been the difference for Colby tonight, each with two touchdowns. And the clock continues. Oh, he went out of bounds, so there's 2:12 left. Hanula in shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Haig, this time off the left side. Picks up a couple. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Well, don't forget tomorrow morning is the Spankies run at the Loyal Corn Festival. That's our big celebration. That's this weekend. I always run the Spankies run on my motorcycle. I work for the EMTs. It's the only way I'll do the Spankies run is on my Silver Wing. Handoff to Haig, this time on the left. Haig breaks the tackle, gets a first down. Takes it from the 41, that's 9, 14, 15, 16-yard run. I think you're going to see Mr. Hanula go under center and take a knee. And the clock is running. So Colby's going to pick up the win tonight. We will have a chance to talk to Coach Logan Rosemeyer in our post-game show, brought to you by NasonvilleDairy.com. Or Nasonville Dairy. With fresh cheese curds made daily, you can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. .30 seconds left. Hanula in shotgun. Waits for the back judge to start it. Put his hand up. That means 10 seconds. We got a whistle. What's the penalty? False start.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Are you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abbey Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbeybank.com to get started. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Lusky Sports broadcast of high school football. This is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. I'm here with Colby head coach Logan Rosemeyer. Big win tonight to start off the season. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just really happy with the effort these guys gave. I mean, our running backs, obviously our quarterback, just never gave up, never went down easy. Line blowing guys off the ball, just love to see it.
Kind of now this is your first game as head coach, correct?
This is my second year.
Second year,
so,
okay.
11th.
Yeah, that's
11th
good.
game.
That's good. Well, man, you got some good running backs here. I mean, Hanula and Haig. Tell us about them real quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in those were definitely guys who want to get the ball to. I mean, Luke, this is his first year playing on offense a lot, but we knew just going back to last year, even back to his freshman year, that he was a guy that could make plays, and he definitely did that tonight. And then Chase last year had to step up right away and play at start at running back as a freshman. And just seeing the way he ran last year gave me a lot of hope for what he's going to do in the future. And you saw that right there as a sophomore to do what he did was phenomenal.
Well, congratulations on the win and best wishes for next week, Battle of Highway 13.
Yep. See how it goes. Thank you.
All right, I am here with Luke Hanula. Did I said that right?
Yep.
All right, I got the right pronunciation. Big 86-yard run on third down at your own 4. What's going through your mind?
When I'm running it?
Yeah.
I was just hoping. I seen the hole open up. I heard fullback kick that guy out, and it was one-on-one. I knew I had to go. There's a safety there. I was thinking I got to get out of this pickle here. So I just one move, jabbed right, and just went off to the races as fast as I could. And then I was getting down closer to the end zone, and I peeked out of the peripheral vision, and I seen him coming, and I was like, I guess this is all I got. I got to push it as much as I can here. And I just couldn't go any faster than I was. I was too tired.
Much faster than I could ever run. Well, one of the keys I said at the start of the second half was that they had Stanley-Boyd had to, kind of put the brakes on you, and up steps Chase Haig, who had a great game. Tell us about what's going through your mind tonight, too, on your 2 touchdowns. You each had 2, but tell us about your touchdowns.
Just a big thanks to our line, helping create holes, and then just see the holes and get through or run as fast as I can, and just hope for the best and try my best.
When I looked at the stats for last year, you were the only returning offensive player, and I thought, wow, he's only a sophomore. That's kind of nice to have that freshman year's experience.
Yeah, it is. Last year, I was pretty good opportunity to show what I can do and see what I can do at the varsity level and work hard and show up this year and try my best.
Well, congratulations, lads. We've got the H&H connection here. We're going to put you in the house. You know how to do this, right? You're going to say, I'm so-and-so, I'm such and such, and we're in the house. Say your name. I'm going to give you the mic and get out of the way. I'll count to 3 when you go. 1,
you go first.
2, 3.
I'm Chase Haig, and I'm in the house.
I'm Luke Hanula, and I'm also in the house.
All right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
That was Luke Hanula and Chase Haig. Put them in the house tonight. Big win for Colby as they take get the win 29-12 over a stubborn Stanley-Boyd squad. Stanley-Boyd on the road next week to Cadott. Colby goes up the road from the high school up to Abbotsford in the Battle of Highway 13 next Friday night. I will be in Greenwood next Friday, bringing you Loyal Greenwood hosting Neilsville Granton, I believe. When in doubt, go to ZalewskiSports.com and look at live games. The schedule is there, and all the links are available as well. Great game tonight. Shout out to my friend and excellent producer, Ben Brecht. Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. Again, our final score, Colby 29 and Stanley-Boyd 12. See you next week.